Hi everyone. It's only a month now until we're going to be out in that beautiful pristine white snow in Norway. And I know everybody's keeping fit and doing a bit of stretching, a bit of flexibility. And there's just a little 2 minute, 3 minute addition to that, which to me is really important, and that's to do with balance. So in the past I've done a lot of downhill skiing, and with the downhill ski we have big boots that lock the foot down and make it quite easy with these big fat skis and these big boots to go fast downhill. With Nordic skiing we have more flexible boots and skinnier skis, so it's definitely more graceful and requires a lot more ankle flexibility and balance. And the more ankle flexibility and balance that we can have, the better, the more graceful and more enjoyable, pleasurable diagonal stride we can have. So I'm challenged. I have arthritis in my left ankle, so these exercises are really important for me. So we'll just start with a bit of a warm-up, and then I'll run you through the things that I practice daily. So we're going to start with letting the cat out. So breathing out, arching the whole back, bringing the cows in, breathing in, arching the back, breathing out, just to give a bit of flexibility to the spine. That's it. So we're in a nice stable tabletop with the hands below the shoulders and the knees directly below the hips. You're not crunching your neck at all, you just got a nice soft focus between your hands. And we're just going to start with some balancing tables. So your left foot goes back and your right foot goes forward. Focus on dropping the foot down, so heel away. A nice stretch across the diagonals of the body. And if that doesn't feel too challenging, you can even take it a little further, take it out. If this is enough, then that's fine, because it's challenging your core as well as your balance. If you want more of a challenge, you can carry on with the cat-cow, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. And of course the important thing is that you swap sides. So whatever you do, whether it's just even a half balancing table to start with, if it feels too insecure, that's still very good for your balance and for your core as well, your transverse processes. So reaching out, a little bit of challenge if you need it, otherwise just hold it there and bring it back. And now we're going to go into a nice downward dog. So tuck the toes, straighten up, and of course take the dog for a little walk. Just stretch out your calf muscles. Oh, that feels good, especially after all the hiking and walking, just to stretch out the calf muscles. And then I'm going to bring my right foot forward, drop the left knee down, and then this desert wind's picking up a bit, and then place the right foot next to the left foot and just have a nice reach up. And if you feel you can hold your balance, then tilt your head up to the sky, which increases the challenge, but only challenge as far as, see, I'm wobbling a little bit there, but wobbling's good because that's challenging our proprioception, reminding us that we need to wobble sometimes, it's good for us. And bring that down again, step back into that delicious downward dog, and then bring the left foot forward, drop the right knee, right hand next to left foot, reach the left hand up, and then follow with your head up to the sky. Nice twist and a nice balance. And then bring your hands back down again, back into another downward dog. Oh, keep walking the dog because you can't walk the dog enough. And this time, if you feel you want to challenge yourself further, you can go into a high lunge. So step your right foot forward. Get yourself nicely balanced so that your knees are over your ankles. Nice flex in your back ankle. And reach your arms up. At the moment my head is looking straight ahead, but when I've got a bit more equilibrium, I'm going to lift my head right up to the skies. And again, that's challenging my balance a little bit more, which is what we're looking for. And then drop down. And of course we're going to swap sides then. So another little dog walk and then left foot forward. This is a bit more challenging for me. So taking your time, finding that point of balance. To some people it's looking at a point ahead, to others it's just listening to the sounds, which also help for balance, the wind, whatever works best for you, and lifting your arms up to the sky, and then when you're ready, follow with your head, or not, as the case may be. Every day's different as well when it comes to balance. Some days feel great and other days are a little bit more wobbly. And just embrace the wobble. Good. Now just walk your feet forward and roll back up. So the basic diagonal stride movement is it's a bound forward. So we've got, if I demonstrate with my right leg first, so I've got my right leg behind me and I've got my left arm at sort of boob height. So this is the classic position, and then my heel is pointing outwards, so I'm not kind of pointing my toes, I'm letting my foot drop. And then we just think about making a bound forward and swinging with the opposite arm. And again, point of detail, just letting the foot drop again. So I'll do that with the other opposite side now. So this time I'm gonna, I can't remember which one I did before. Yeah, I'm gonna bound forward with the left foot. So I'm balanced on my right foot, and I'm gonna bound forward. So I've got opposite. Oops! See, this is the challenging one for me. Drop the foot. Make sure the arm isn't too high, and this is like the perfect position. And a little bit more bend in the knee, a little bit more flex. So sort of practicing that, just practicing opposite arm, opposite foot, just a little bound, particularly if you do a little bit of running, really focusing on that running uphill, up gentle hills. Every now and then you can pause and just kind of notice whether you've got a nice flex in your foot, whether you're on the ball of your foot. But more importantly, on a day-to-day basis, this can be done washing up. So washing the dishes, left, balance on the left foot, drop the toe down, push the heel out, and just do a little bend. Woo! A little bend as you're washing the dishes, as you're doing everyday tasks. Just get used to a little bit of one-leggedness. So it doesn't have to be another chore, more exercises. It can just be something that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So this is my stronger leg, so obviously this is much easier for me to do the flexing. But of course we want to work on both sides. It's really important to work on both sides. So don't just focus on, oh, I'm really good at this. Focus on the side that's more challenging, because that's where you're going to get the most mileage. Now I do have a little prop here. I actually got these from Decathlon. I call them Madonna's boobs. But actually a child's wobble board, a ball. At home I have a wooden block that I practice balancing on, standing on a wooden block every now and then and just practicing. But anything that wobbles is quite good. I mean, I was taught to use a slack line, but I can't really do slack lining. but I can if I've got somebody supporting me. But walking along a balance beam, obviously not high off the ground, just a beam on the ground will really help with your balance. But these little boobies are quite handy. So what I do is just stand on them upside down and just have a bit of a wobble, get used to them, and see if I can go into a little squat. Knees away, sending your knees away, don't let your knees pull in. So the squatting is really good practice for making sure that you don't pull your knees in, that you send your knees out and away, which is much better posturally and ergonomically. Yeah, so that's it. Just have some fun. Do some wobbling, do some balancing stuff, and just integrate that into everything else that you're doing that helps us to look forward to this amazing adventure that we're going to have.